On today's episode, we're digging for gold. No, not like that. Maybe a little. Welcome to Haul Yeah Comics. My name is Nate and I have issues. And today's issues all came from one of my favorite new local places to go dig in. It is a shop called Ganadoo in Greenwood, Indiana. They are a store that I learned about the first time at the Indiana Comic Con. I believe it's Fan Fest now. But they were set up there and they had a really nice booth. They had high-end books, but they also had great, just digging boxes. And the thing in particular that I remember getting from them was a copy of an Alf annual, or maybe it was just an issue of Alf, but it had a Bill Sienkiewicz cover. And to me, that's just like absolutely insane. It was extremely cool, like quintessentially Sienkiewicz, which was just a very hard little phrase to put together. But also it was just something I didn't know existed, so I was really excited to get it. And then later on, as I'm driving around, town, I come across their store, and it just clicked that this was the same place that I had gone digging at the Comic-Con. So the first time I visited the store, I met the owner, Phil, and I was like so impressed with what they had there. Now, he is a gold and silver dealer. He also has trading cards, he has some action figures, and he has a lot of comics. And in talking with Phil, he's like, I have a lot of hobbies and I'm not going to compartmentalize. I'm not going to open 5 stores. I'm going to have one store with all the things I like. Phil's, little collection that he has there for sale is awesome. But in addition to being awesome, he tells you that, hey, I don't have room, right? Because he has so many things out, he has to rotate his stock through. And the wall books that he has are wall books. They are nice books. He has original art. And then, he has just bins that you can go digging for. And when he says, I can't fit it all out, I have to rotate things, it does make you want to go back, and you should, because when I went back the second time, I found things I didn't find the first time. I do want to show, the things I found on my first trip there that made me know this is a special place to go digging. One of the first things I came across for a very fair price, something that I wanted since I learned of its existence, was the issue of Killdozer for Worlds Unknown from Marvel. So this is Worlds Unknown number 6, where they would adapt sci-fi stories. And, to me, Marvel doesn't scream science fiction the same way that DC does, so learning about this series really made me want to track down some more issues of it. Now, Killdozer itself, I do have to say that the cover writes a check that the interior does not cash. The Killdozer never gets this menacing face and kills a bunch of people. The story's actually, it is kind of funny. It's that classic trope of the guy who knows that the thing is bad or evil, so he knows the Killdozer is killing people, but no one else believes him until the very end, when they're like, oh my god, Bill was right, that dozer's killing everybody. So it was kind of funny in that way, but yeah. Regardless, amazing cover and a very cool thing to own. So I came across that, and the next thing that I found on that trip that I had never seen all 5 issues, and again, an extremely fair price, because they are so sought after by the collectors of The Simpsons. So I got the entire Comic Book Guy run, the miniseries. So this one, issue 1, which is homaging Fantastic Four issue number 1, and then number 2, guest starring Stan the Man Lee with the death of Comic Book Guy. I really like the next cover. There's just a lot of little nods to the nerd culture with Star Wars and Tron, and Spider-Man, Dr. Octopus. We've got Comic Book Guy in the background as some kind of, I'm assuming, a Force ghost. Here's issue number 4 with Bart and Lisa following some footsteps, Barney in a graveyard. He has a statue built of him. And then the 5th and final issue has Comic Book Guy rising from the grave. So, these mini-series especially that I come across for The Simpsons, generally people want, 10 to 15 bucks an issue versus the regular series that you can find issues for $5, but if it's a really cool cover, of course, it's going to be 10 or more. So, I mean, how cool is this, right? So When this is what you find on your first trip, and you take the books up and the guy still gives you a discount on a bundle, you know you're going to go back, and I did. So before I show you the books I picked up on my second trip, I did something that I struggled to do a lot. I took my camera and I shot a ton of footage. So I want to walk you through the store and let you see some of the stuff that you know, was catch and release. There were some great books that I took a look at, but I didn't end up buying or bringing home. But let's go take a look at Xanadu, and when we come back, I'll show you the books that I picked up.
$2 from the island nation of Niue. So you could technically spend them, you just don't want to.
Right. That's really cool. Now I'm gonna be honest, I haven't obviously, I'm filming this and I haven't edited the montage yet, but isn't that a great store? I mean, it is a great store. It is a great place to go digging. And the books, holy cow. All of those issues of the Hulk that he has an AF-15 just sitting on a shelf. First appearance of Guy Gardner. Alf original art. I mean, the fact that I haven't gone back for that yet is still eating my soul. Phil is a cool guy. Phil has a cool store. If you live within, driving distance, I think it's worth a trip, man, because he's got slabs, he's got raws, he's got treasury editions. So what did I get? Well, I found another issue of Worlds Unknown that I just had to have. So this is Worlds Unknown issue number 4, and this one is the story The Arena. I'm wondering, there is a movie called Arena. Or it's not The Arena, it's just called Arena. There's a movie called Arena that I have on a bad movie multi-pack. I think it was made in the 90s, a lot of practical effects, and I'm wondering if it's another adaptation of this story from the pen of Frederick Brown, who is an author that I've not heard of. But it was like a gladiator, men versus aliens kind of movie. So I do wonder, and the monster looks a little similar there. So anyway, just another Worlds Unknown, kind of a short-lived Marvel series that adapted science fiction books, and I love books from that era, the classic science fiction. So for me, this was a no-brainer. Very happy to get this one, give it a read, and add it to the collection. And his Simpsons section overfloweth. I mean, there was still more miniseries there for the different characters. There were single issues, and I went back and forth on a lot of them. In the end, I settled on a one-shot of The Malevolent Mr. Burns, #1. As far as I know, it's a one-shot. It's one I have not seen in the wild before. So he had a few others that were there, some that I already have, like the Lisa series and Jimbo Jones, but this was one I didn't know existed. I'm not surprised that it does, but I had never seen this before. So this one was a little bit pricier, but it was definitely one that I was happy to pay a little bit of a premium for, one that I never see. Now, this one is worth nothing but like WTF value. So this is a Superman comic with a villain who's just got a big head that's an eyeball that I've never seen before, named Opticus. And I'm asking myself, number one, who is Opticus? And number two, why don't we have Opticus anymore? He seems absolutely ridiculous. He wears a purple outfit, he has a big eye, and then when you read the cover, it gets even worse. Lana, who's looking at Opticus, she's like, he's got heat vision, just like yours, Superman. And Superman's screaming, he's like, it is mine, Lana. He's stolen my eyes. That's horrifying. That's like body horror in Superman. And there is a panel where like Superman reveals that his eyes have been stolen, and it's pretty rough. I'm gonna say this is another one, kind of like Killdozer, where the cover can't really, the interior doesn't cash that check. I'm not gonna spoil the story right now in this. I was a little disappointed with where it went at the end, and at the end, the way it ended also made sense why Opticus has not made a return. But I'm just saying, DC, find a way to bring this guy back. There's nothing like a little bit of body horror with Superman. They stole his eyes. Now this is a series, I don't have a ton of issues, but I really do like it. It's just, one that can be pricey. So this is Strange Adventures number 170. And when I got this one, the first person I thought of was Alan, the comic collector geek. So the guy he's got a comic book that's an infinity cover. Like, it just keeps going and going the more you look into the comic. And he's looking at this creature that's coming for him. This magazine has a story about me and a weird beast, the same beast that's been pursuing me since this morning. And you've got that infinity cover down there. Alan, the comic collector geek, collects infinity covers, and he did say that he had this one. when I showed it off on his Friday night stream. Hey, watch the Friday night stream on Alan the Comic Collector Geek, 7 Eastern. I'm there most Fridays. And when I showed it to him, he did have it. And had he not, like, I would have happily sent this to him after I gave it a read. So, Strange Adventures, 12-cent DC. Man, I love the Silver Age DC. I love science fiction. This is a cool book. And then the last thing that I picked up on this trip to Ganadu was an issue of Archie. He had a lot of Archie and a lot of older Archie. So there were some 12-cent and 15-cent Archie books. He even had the first issue of Archie, but it was a slab and it was coverless. It was just, you know, it just wasn't something that I needed to jump on necessarily, but it was kind of cool to see that kind of history there. So he had a lot of Archie books. I do love Archie. And I pick them up when they're a good price. I particularly like the weird ones. You know, I like to collect the odd miniseries, the Spire Christian, but this was one, I mean, I'd never seen it before. I collect Christmas covers. I collect Archie. Here we go. It's Archie's Christmas Love-In. I'm gonna let you take a look at that for a minute, where Santa's sitting in the middle of a hippie circle. So in Archie's Christmas Love-In, I don't know what the story is here. I love Ethel, Big Ethel and Moose in the background, but Santa is like a hippie guru in the middle of all the kids. All the kids are sitting around. They have love spelled out with flower petals. They're holding hands and circling him. He's holding a bouquet of flowers. And Santa says, "Listen, my children, and you shall hear the true spirit of Christmas." And Betty says, "Yeah, tell it like it is." And Archie says, "Tell it like it is, oh wise Santa Claus." Says, "This is weird." I actually found a second copy of this not too long ago for $1 and gave it to my friend Eric because he's a fellow Archie lover. Like I said, this is not in the best shape, but I am really interested to read this and see what it is, see what the Santa Claus story is, and what Santa says the true spirit of Christmas is. Because depending on what he says, there's going to be a lot of people that may disagree with him. This was an awesome pickup. So that's it. Those were the books that I picked up at Ganadu. It's a great place to go digging. Phil is just extremely welcoming. It's just a relaxed atmosphere. He's great to talk to while you dig. Please, if you can, go and check him out. I'm gonna link their Instagram down below and any other socials that I can find. Phil, thank you so much for letting me bring my camera in, and everybody let me know what did you think of the books I got, but also, you know, what about some of those books I didn't bring home? Let me know what your favorite one that you saw was. I would appreciate it if you could give the video a like and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Appreciate you sticking around to the end of this one. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Maybe a little. Sure, I love gold, but you know, I don't have any money because I spend it on comic books. I still, it eats at me. Like, I have to go back, I think, and buy that full page, that splash page of Alf. It's incredible. Like, to think that's just sitting in a store somewhere being unappreciated. It should be right there where I can see it every day. But